The first student speaker this morning will speak to us on behalf of the students in our LL.M. degree program. These are graduate students, mostly lawyers from countries around the world, who are receiving a master's degree in law from Berkeley. Our LL.M. program is an integral and wonderful part of our law school. This year's LL.M. student speaker is Oscar de Vega Castillo. Oscar was born and raised in Mexico City. He received a law degree in Mexico and then a master's degree in Mexican labor and employment law. While at Berkeley, Oscar was a member of the Graduate Assembly. He received Best Oral Presentation Award in his legal research and writing class. After graduation, he will continue his work as a labor and employment lawyer. Please join me in welcoming Oscar.
Good morning, Dean, professors, families, and guests, JDs, and fellow LL.M. students who now I can proudly call my friends. Some people say life is measured on time. Others believe life is measured on impact. I consider life is not only measured on time or on impact, but also by the feelings, the ones we feel and the ones we generate on other people. On the morning of August 12, 2024, exactly at 9 a.m. in the morning, somewhere within Steinhardt Courtyard and Donors Lobby, a group of more than 263 individuals from over 40 nationalities met for the very first time. A lot of feelings were in the air. There was sadness from leaving our loved ones behind. There was nervousness because of the uncertainty of what was going to happen next. But above all, there was excitement, there was joy, and there was happiness, because we knew that no matter what, we were going to start an incredible journey. Since then, 277 days, 11 minutes, and some uncounted seconds have gone by. During that time, we have accomplished a lot. We attended as many conferences as possible, especially when free lunch was provided. We were able to summarize 40-page cases into one-page briefs, or at least we learned how to use Quimby. We became experts in everything, from labor law to IP law, from tech law to environmental law, and proved in exams that physically lasted from 3 to 8 hours, but mentally lasted for a lifetime. And yet, despite having over 263 of the most brilliant legal minds in the world, there is one thing we have not still been able to do: agree on whether Thrive Max infringed upon Smith's trademarks, Nature Choice. But our journey began long before that debate, before we were briefing cases, pulling all-nighters, or debating in the group chat. Each of us made a single decision that led us here. For those who did the research, they were drawn to Berkeley for its world-class academics and renowned faculty. Those who did not were persuaded by the idea of endless Californian sunshine. But regardless of why we got here, our paths intertwined, and our stories became part of a shared journey. Once our LL.M. began, we started living a dream. On the academic perspective, we were meeting incredible people, engaging in fascinating discussions, and enjoying amazing classes with distinguished professors. On the social side, we started with Bar Review, a great opportunity to review every Thursday with no books involved. Then, as the year went on, our gatherings became more frequent and just as unpredictable. From a school dormitory that turned into a sauna, to a beautiful terrace that reminded us winter was coming, to a house that was far enough to enjoy the ride on the way and regret the trip back, especially after some tequila. We celebrate a lot: birthdays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Diwali, and many other occasions. Yet, despite all nights were different, they all had one thing in common: unforgettable memories shared with incredible people. We can't forget about sports, where many of us took on new challenges, from surfing to skiing, from running marathons to proudly representing the glamorous legal Eagles. But sports weren't just about playing, they were also about cheering. Many of us ended up with better tan lines from endless football games than from spring break. Again, it was all about the shared experiences. Up until now, this might sound like a dream, one with no stress, no challenges, and absolutely no drama. But trust me, when you put together more than 263 attorneys who love to debate, things get very interesting, especially on the WhatsApp group. As interesting as the library during exam time, when finding a job, a seat was harder than landing a job in the United States after the LL.M. But despite all the debates, the late nights, the challenges, we made it. And today, we are here celebrating commencement. Now, on May 16th, 2025, the feelings are the same ones as in the first day, but different are the reasons we feel them today. Today we feel sadness because we won't see our friends every day in classes and in the hallways. We feel nervous because the future holds endless opportunities for each one of us, for some in the US, for others in our home countries, and for a few in places we never imagined. But above all, we feel excitement, we feel joy, and we feel happiness, because we know no matter where we go, what we do, we are ready. Ready to face challenges big and small, ready to enjoy our time, make an impact, feel, and create good feelings on other people. To end this speech, I had prepared some words for you, but right now I feel that my heart wants to speak louder than my words. For a new chapter to begin, the previous one must come to an end. We may be stepping into different paths, but let me tell you something. We are forever connected, because we have not just earned a degree. We've built a lifelong network of friends, colleagues, and mentors in over 40 countries. And starting tomorrow, we wake up as something greater, as something bigger. Starting tomorrow, we wake up as Cal alumni. And trust me, no one, absolutely no one, can take that away from you. The world is facing new challenges, uncertainty, doubt, and change. But we're not afraid, because we are ready. Ready to rise, ready to lead, ready to make a difference. The world may not be prepared for what we have to offer, but let me assure you, we are ready. And now, it's our time to show them. Congratulations, LL.M class of 2025. It has been my pleasure to enjoy the ride with each and every single one of you. Go Bears!